So how did possibly the United States of America's intelligence and military manage to successfully implement this operation? Remember, for the past few months, since al-Zawahiri managed to find shelter in a safe house in Kabul, the intelligence agencies were tracking the pattern, were trying to analyze and gaining confidence and developing intelligence if they were correct. When the operation was successful and US President Joe Biden was briefed about the impact and ensuring that this strike will be successful via a Hellfire missile. Then via the drone, the target was specified, and from US, as you can see, directly to Kabul, where that safe house was in Afghanistan. After all other options were eliminated, the strike was implemented. 30th July night, US undertook this precision counter-terrorism operation with the confidence of Joe Biden, who eventually then announced with the killing when it was confirmed that justice has been delivered. I'm now joined by our managing editor Gaurav Sawant on this. Gaurav, now Osama bin Laden was a more popularly known face, but while Zawahiri was low profile, he had managed to unleash a lot of terror and is known as the butcher of innocents across the world, and specifically of American civilians and armed forces personnel. How significant do you think this specific strike should be seen in?
You know, Pooja, there are two very important aspects to this incident. One, the doctor of terror has finally been neutralized. Remember, he's somebody who's seen as the brain of the al-Qaeda. While Osama bin Laden was this charismatic terrorist leader of the al-Qaeda, the real brain, according to most analysts, was Ayman al-Zawahiri, a surgeon, an eye doctor, born in Cairo in a well-to-do family, a family of professors. He actually was tried in the Anwar Sadat assassination case. He spent time in jail. He fled Egypt and first went to Saudi Arabia, then to Peshawar in Pakistan, and that is where he's been involved in a number of terrorist strikes on American civilians and soldiers. The twin strikes that took place on the American embassy, including the one in Kenya, and the attack on USS Cole, the US Navy ship. So he's been involved in a series of terror attacks, including 9/11. Yes. Remained under the radar for quite some time. But the alarming aspect is, 20 years after America's war on terror in Afghanistan, this terrorist was back in Kabul. He wasn't killed in the mountains of Tora Bora. He was killed in downtown Kabul in a very upscale locality. Now there is information, subject to verification, that members of the Sirajuddin Haqqani family were also neutralized. This is a claim being made by some journalists, subject to independent verification. So this situation remains extremely alarming. The return of al-Qaeda and Taliban to Kabul, and the fact that Osama bin Laden was killed again in a built-up urban area in Abbottabad, barely 100 meters from Pakistan Military Academy, Kabul.